Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another video. It is a good day to have a good day. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. So I want to start kind of switching up our video series, and I'm gonna do longer videos on Tuesdays, and then Thursdays I really just want to take one pocket of maybe something that I have addressed on Tuesday and break it down for you a little bit more. So Tuesday's video was all about journaling and the things that I use in my journal and how I change my headspace with it. And I really want to talk about gratitude because I feel like it's such a key game changer in the whole for how you can operate in your life and how you can find joy in the space that you're in, and kind of talk you through what that looks like in my everyday and what it can do to change your life by just focusing on that one point. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about gratitude. It's gonna be a good one. Oh, gratitude. Have you ever hung around somebody that's super negative? I'm sure that you have. Somebody that just can find the worst of the worst in every single situation. They're never thankful, they're never happy. It doesn't matter what's going on. That's just how they exist. Now I will say, when you live with a 90-year-old, sometimes that's how they operate because they are very frustrated and all they can think about is all they can think about. It happens. But gratitude changes the atmosphere of a space. It changes a person. It changes how they operate. It changes how they think, how they approach a situation. I posted a video on my Instagram stories on Sunday talking about, actually on Saturday, talking about going through a situation where I was at the nail salon and how in the moment I was very frustrated because I tend to find it incredibly frustrating when somebody just blows you off. Like, you have it comes across to me as a sign of complete disrespect. Now, it might not be that way in the moment, but I think everybody has an opinion. Obviously, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I definitely try to work on this. I'm not perfect about it, but sometimes I think it just becomes really frustrating when people just dismiss you. That is my pet peeve, something I'm working on in my own life, and it's something I struggle with in other ways. But as I was sitting through this conversation and as I was kind of having this moment and going through, one of the things that meditation has helped me do recently is to really get quiet, to really pull back and be in a space where I am not reacting. I am able to kind of sit and sift through my emotions a lot quicker. Now, journaling, as I talked about on Tuesday, is one of the things that also really helps me get my head around my emotions. It's kind of one of my top things that I do every day. If I'm traveling and I'm not working out, I'm journaling. I'm meditating. Those are always happening. Workouts happen pretty much every day, but otherwise journaling and meditation, if I can only pick like a handful, that's gonna happen because that's what keeps me sane. It's how I process things, and it's how I am able to take a step back so that I'm not reacting, so that I can say, okay, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? Where am I at in this space? And how am I going to move forward with that? So in that space, one of the things that I've kind of been trying to bring into these moments of frustration and overwhelmment and just trying to sift through what I'm feeling versus the situation going on is, what can I be thankful for in this moment? How am I thankful? What's going on around me that I can be thankful for? Because that always brings me back to a positive space. It always grounds me in that headspace. And it's something I will challenge my friends if I feel like we're having conversations and it becomes more of a space where they don't seem to be very happy. It seems to be a lot more of a complaining than joy. I try to always bring it back to a space of, what can you be thankful for in this moment? Because when you're happy, you're attracting that happiness into your life. And I know that essentially most of us want to be happy, and we think that money's going to make us happy. And yes, money is a great thing. It can solve a lot of problems. It can do a lot of things. It can change the game for a lot of things. But happiness isn't a destination. Happiness is something you have to choose. You have to figure out how to be happy in the space that you're in right now, no matter what. So if you're in that place where you just feel negative all the time, maybe the thing that you learn to do after you learn to pause, because I think that sometimes it can take a little bit of time to learn to pause rather than react, is to train your mind to say, what can I be thankful for in this moment? And so for me the other day, my thankfulness was for the fact that A, I didn't overreact. B, that I was able to quickly adjust myself to figure out how my thoughts and emotions were going. That I could figure out that I didn't have to justify myself, that I had changed enough in my confidence level and my self-belief and my security in myself that I didn't feel like I had to fight to the end because I was being so overrun in that moment. My cup was full enough that I was just able to sit there. Now, does that mean I let myself get run over? No, because I definitely think that you should stand up for yourself. I knew it wasn't the end of the world. I definitely didn't appreciate it, but I knew that reacting in that moment wasn't going to help me, and that nobody was listening to me in that moment, because sometimes people don't listen. So finding the space to be thankful means I left being happier than I would have been if I just sat there and been so frustrated with the situation and not being listened to and super angry about the fact of how it turned out. I was fine. I was able to say, well, look at how much you've changed. Look at how you're reacting. Look at what you can be thankful for in this moment. So what can you be thankful for in these moments where you're so beyond frustrated with the situation, where nothing's working out? How can you flip the script on your brain and start to become grateful? Everything is happening in your life for your betterment. One of my favorite affirmations says, everything is working in my favor. When you stop viewing life as something that's happening to you and something that's happening for you, you become a different person. You become a happier person. You can see the good in these situations, which means you're going to attract more good, and it's just going to continue to get better and better. But first, you have to take that step back and you have to make that choice. Now, it doesn't always mean it's going to be easy. It's going to take time, and sometimes that means removing yourself from a situation where you're surrounded by negativity and negative people all the time. That may be something that you have to adjust and change, because if that's the habit that you're in, whether or not you're working on it separately, but if you're spending time with 5 people, your core people, if they are constantly in that negative space, you're always going to drift back to that. It's always going to get pulled down. You're never going to move out of it. So maybe part of this changing and being more of a thankful person for you is looking around and saying, who in my life is thankful? Who in my life chooses joy? Who in my life chooses not to complain? And how do I spend more time with them, because those are the people that I want to become more like. Now, granted, sometimes you might have to say, hey, I'm looking to change this in myself. Can you help keep me accountable? Sometimes we need that extra help. Sometimes we need to be vulnerable enough to say, I don't like this about myself and I want to change it. Can you help me? Can you keep me accountable for it? And then try to remember that when they call you out on it. But being happy is going to happen if you can remember to be more grateful. No matter what you have going on, no matter how much is in your bank account, no matter what you own, no matter the situation that is going on around you, there's always something you can be thankful for. And that's my challenge for you guys this week, is to figure out at the start of the day, at the end of the day, listing 5 things that you can be thankful for. Change it so that the first things you do every single morning is think, thank you, I am alive today. And then try to list 5 things that you're thankful for, and then try to list 5 things that you're thankful for at the end of the day. Personally, I said journaling is a big thing for me. I journal in the evening and in the morning just because I kind of do a different mindset with each. But focusing on the things that you can be happy about, focusing on everything good that's going on in your life, is just going to make you a more joyous person to be around, and you're going to feel so much better mentally, physically, in every way possible, because you're not living in that negative bubble and attracting that energy into your life. So I hope today's video helped you. I hope that going into gratitude was something that could hopefully shift your mind a little bit. And yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, because it really supports my channel. If you want to see more videos, if you have any requests, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to keep diving into all of these topics because I really want to help you guys figure out how to change your mind so you can change your life. Small key steps that you can build on to make a better space for you is gonna happen. I believe it. I know you guys can do it. I love you guys. You matter to me. I'm so glad that you're here, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.